Welcome back to Frugalman Outdoors. Today's project is we're going to build a brooding box for our chickens. We have baby chicks that are presently being hatched right now, and I don't have a box ready for them to take them out of the incubator. So far I've got 2 baby chicks that are been hatched for about 8 hours, and I need to have this thing ready for them within about 12 to 24 hours. So that's what we're going to do today. We're taking a walk over to my pile of free reclaimed lumber. I collect it and I pile it up to where when I need it I grab it. So over here I have an old small ramp that I picked up down in PC, and we're going to take the 1x4s off of it. So this should be enough. I'm going to take this back over to our table, start cleaning the nails out of it, and then we'll get to building our brooding box. Okay, what we have here, this is going to predict the size of my box. Now it's nothing special, it's just a box. So don't want to make it too complicated. But I have an old cabinet door, so that's going to be the door for the top. I'm going to cut the center out, and I'm going to put this grate on top. That way it's screened in and I can look down inside the box. And if I need to, I can open it up because it's already got the hinges on it from when it used to be a cabinet door. I also have the 1x4s. I'm going to use those as the legs. And then I have some miscellaneous plywood and some 1x12s here in case I need it. Like I said, we're going to keep it simple. So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to show you real quick on this cardboard what we're doing. Like I said, it's simple. It's a box. Right here. It's a box. It's simple, right? So we take the measurements of our door, and that's going to be slightly larger than the box. So I need to make the box about an inch smaller all the way around in comparison to the door, because the door is going to have that sight window in the top with the grate on top of it here. Hinges will be back here. Alright, so take a size of our lid, make our box slightly smaller, and after we put the box together and mount the lid to it, which is also a door to access inside, then we'll take the 1x4s and attach them to all 4 corners as legs. Pretty simple. So follow me along. Okay, for starters, I'm going to do the lid. I see that my grate here is slightly smaller than the design that's here, so I'm going to mark on the corners where I need to cut it. I indented about an inch on each side, so I'll do this on here. Let's do the same one off the side. There. As I said before, don't make it complicated. It's very simple, just a box, the lid. And there we have the hole for our lid. And now we'll put the grate on top. I'll put a screw in each corner, a little small sheetrock screw. I also picked up some small washers. I'll put the screw in the washer. That way the washer will hold the corner better than just the screw. Just one on each corner is all it needs. Now you don't have to use the screws. You may have a large staple gun or something like that, and you don't even have to use a hard grate like this if you have like a small mesh wire thing or something. So it's nothing's set in stone. You just use what you have. I just happen to have this little grate, so that's what I'm going to use as the top. And there, the door is ready to go. And we'll set this aside and we're going to build the box. There's our base. It has paint on the bottom, but nobody's going to see it unless they're laying on the floor. And now we're going to build the walls on the outside. I have some 1x12s here. I'm going to make that the side walls. I need 2 of these, so I'll just use this as a template. Now we'll put the box together. Simple little box. Don't put the lid on. And there we have our brooding box made out of reclaimed lumber. Okay. Also, I have this lamp. It's a heat lamp, and I'm going to mount this to the top. I have a piece of plastic that I'm going to screw there, and then this clamp will be able to clamp to it. That way I can remove it if I want to. Another one of those cases, just using what you have. That's nice and solid there. So now this clamp can go right there. And then I can direct the light down into the box. Now you don't want to use too hot of a light. You want to keep it warm but not excessively hot in there. And then I'm going to add the legs. So I'm going to take the lamp out of the way. And then we're going to add the legs to the sides. Okay, now I'm going to take these two boards and just cut them in half. That way I have 4 legs. I cleaned way more lumber than I needed, but I could always use it in the future. So we have these at, these are 45 and a half, and I'm just going to cut them in half, which will be 22 3/4. As soon as I find out what I did with my, there it is. You can't see what I'm doing on the back side of the box, but what I'm doing is I'm starting the screws. That way I don't have to try to hold the board and start the screw at the same time when I'm putting it on the box. We're going to move this operation into the house. I'll put the feeder and the water in here, and I'll put some of the new baby birds in here. When I started this, I had 2 that were hatched. I'm hoping to have more, but if not, we'll slowly add them. But I know we're going to be able to put 2 in here as soon as we get it ready. Okay, here we are in the house, and I'm going to put a piece of cardboard in the bottom to make cleanup much easier. And then have water and food. Now we have 9 birds that have hatched. This is a couple days later than I intended to do this, because my first try at this video turned out to be not so good. So we have all of our 9 birds. Most of the other eggs either were not fertilized or did not hatch. I don't know why, but we have 9 healthy babies, and we're going to move them over into the box. And we have some of the black ones and some of the light colored ones, which are the buffs. And move them all in here. Now most of these are just 2 and 3 days old. There you go. Pretty little babies. Now I've already introduced these guys to the water, but I'm going to show you what I do. Get some more light in here so you can see better. What I do is I'll take the bird and I'll take his beak and just dunk it in the water. It gives him a little taste of the water, and he knows it's there. And naturally they'll find the food. Sometimes you have to show it to them, but these guys have already found the food and they found the water. So now we're going to leave them in the brooding box till they get quite a bit bigger, and then move them to an outside pen. That'll be for a future video. Well, I hope you enjoyed following me along on this build. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. See you next time.